Thank you to the committee for the time this morning, and it seems like you're going to get a good cross-section of companies here. I represent Pacific Coast Producers. We're a grower-owned agricultural cooperative. We have about 160 grower owners, and we're a food processor. Our growers are located in Northern California, and our facilities are located in Northern California as well. Our growers, many of our growers are multi-generational family farms, and we have a union contract for our workforce. Our facilities are being located in rural areas with high unemployment. Our growers grow fruits and tomatoes. Our tomato plant is a plant that reaches the 25,000 ton threshold and is affected by AB 32. We are not going to leave California. Unlike the previous two companies, we don't have the opportunity. Our growers are here, our facilities are here. California produces the vast majority of tomato products in the United States, about 95%, and so we're here as an industry. With that said, CARB has placed food processors in the medium risk category, which means we will get approximately 90% of our allowances freely given for the first 2 years of the program. That will reduce down to 75% during the second compliance period and 50% during the third compliance period. We also have taken early actions. A lot of that has been due to criteria pollutant requirements under federal law, but that has required us to become more efficient, and we have expended capital and resources to reduce emissions, not for greenhouse gas purposes, but for other purposes. In addition, for many years, our customers have been a great driver of sustainability, and we have, because of both costs and perception, gone through our processes and done what we can to reduce trucking, reduce fuel use, reduce water use, and none of this will be given credit for under the cap and trade program. We estimate that our costs of this program over the life of the program will be at a minimum $1.5 million to $2 million for our company. We are limited by technology. We have some of the latest boiler technology, boilers being our main source of emissions, that there is. And so we have limited opportunities to reduce greenhouse gases enough to stay out of the allowance market. So we will be in the allowance market. And as has been raised several times, the uncertainty that that provides is hard for businesses. In addition, in any given year, although our field department tells us they're very good at estimating what the harvest will be, there are times that our production will vary 10, 15, even 20% over the processing season. Our energy usage depends on a lot of variabilities in the quality of the tomatoes, the timing of the deliveries, and so it's hard to predict with certainty what our emissions will be in any given year. Now, I know we have time after the harvesting season to procure allowances, but we don't have the information or the cost to put in at the time to understand what our costs are going to be for that season. So it does create business uncertainty. CARB has agreed to a leakage analysis to look at our industry and see if there's a leakage risk, because we've raised the point that our products are primarily sold outside of California. We have competitors both domestically in the United States and overseas, China, Italy, Greece, Spain, and others. And so, raising the price to consumers will result in a shifting of production over to other markets. We are appreciative that CARB is looking at this issue, but we are concerned with the timing of this study, which will take place after the inception of the cap and trade program. So if the cost of allowances goes too high for us, our option is to reduce production. And reducing production means reducing jobs, means reducing our growers' crops and all the suppliers and vendors that supply our growers. We would seek to be placed in the high leakage category so that we receive emission or allowances free for the life of the program, which has been noted is not a free lunch. We would still be obligated to reduce emissions. And in the alternative, if there were an auction and there are funds available, we would ask the legislature to look at returning a portion of those funds to food processors so that we could engage in research and development to find ways to reduce emissions. And, just one other point that I have to make, just because I'm in the food industry, and with the recent drought that highlights the issue, I mean, food supply is not a certainty. We've been blessed with growing up in California and having food at the grocery store at all times, but that's not a guaranteed case. And so we would say that the contribution of the food industry to the economy, not only in dollars, but in value, is worth considering giving us some different treatment. Thank you.
Thank you.